Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome back to another week of Intuitive Guidance Q&A with John and John from BQuest.
Indeed, another wonderful week of intuitive insights.
Indeed.
Both for ourselves and for other people.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So what's been going on this week, John?
Oh. As usual, where do we begin?
Another smashing week of energy shifts.
Yep.
Another big energy shift that we feel is going on. Sort of started yesterday.
Yeah, it seemed to start last night, and it seems to be a bit of a planetary one, global one.
A global one. A bit of a timeline jump, maybe.
Spoke to a few other people around the places, and they all seem to be feeling it. So,
nicely welcomed in.
Yes. Hi, Gloria. Welcome.
Hello, Gloria.
So, yes, we're just starting to get a few pop on now.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy. So, yeah. Our normal Q&A is intuitive Q&A. So if you've got questions, you can come on live on Zoom, and
which is our preference, by the way.
Which is our preference, and probably yours. You'll get through a lot more and a lot faster.
More fun.
So if you need intuitive guidance into issues, basically
any kind of recurring issues, the general theme here.
Yes.
So things that you find that are repeating patterns in your life, or recurring pains, or aches, illnesses, that kind of thing.
So looking at the symbolic energy reason for most of the physiological things as well.
So, so we kind of help translate the energy side of what's going on in your world.
The emotional content, the mental content. So if it's subconscious programming, or if it's emotions, or in most cases, if it's a whole bunch of other people you've got stuck in your body.
It could actually not be your feels.
Yes. How about that?
So you could actually be picking up shit from other people.
Yeah. So which is a lot of the case. And a lot of the cases, it's just messages, like they're physical pains, and that we feel them as physical pains, but they're just messages. Our body or our soul trying to tell us certain messages. So if you do have pains or problems or whatever, come on and chat with us if you want on the Zoom thing. The links are at the top there, or post them down, but we want to be a little bit more specific than general. Just give me a reading, or it's not about just giving readings. This is about helping intuitively, helping you to work with us to get a more intuitive diagnosis.
As we say, the answers lie within. Yeah. And so what we can do is to help you intuitively guide you, I guess, to try to find those answers.
What's going on in the background? That's the city of Melbourne. That's our new city.
This is our new digs. This is where we
live.
It's
probably the table shaking a little bit. So every time the table shakes, the lights in the background there look like they're bouncing. It's the computer bouncing on the table, I think.
Yeah.
So that's the background. This is our new residence in Melbourne there. So yes, we do the lives face to face on Thursday nights in East Melbourne Live.
Yeah, that's right. They've been going really well.
So anyone who wants to come along to live, it's quite a cheap one. It's only $25 for that.
Yep.
We also do the live
amazing value.
We also do the live readings. We had a couple through the week of live readings after our last week's session.
Yeah.
So you can come on and have a private live reading if you want.
Yeah.
Hi to everyone.
Hello, everyone. So Gloria, I've read your question. If you could provide a little bit more information, genetic terminal illness, and was wondering if you could help me out with keeping myself positive. It'd be nice to know, I guess, a little bit more about it, where it is, how long, maybe, some of the things you struggle with it. And we might be able to help you that way.
Yeah, so it helps because there'll be specific reasons why you're not being positive with it. We can give you the general stuff is that everything that's negative is everything that's fear-based is duality-based, and that's not the real world. That's the creative world. People have created fear. People have created negativity. God or the universe doesn't create negativity. It's only oneness. So anything that is fear is a message trying to tell you that it's not true of the real world. But we can make it true. When I say it's not true, doesn't mean it doesn't really affect you. It just means it's not the real.
Yeah.
But we make it real.
Yeah.
So we can not make it real by starting not to buy into it. And that doesn't mean you just go to positive if you don't believe it, because that doesn't work either.
No,
that's a load of crap. That makes it worse.
That's bullshit, John.
Yes,
if anyone told you that, that's bullshit.
That's fucking bullshit.
I call it bullshit.
You can't go from negative to positive in one step. It takes at least two steps. You got to go from negative to neutral and then to positive.
Possibly to anger.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. At least two steps.
At least two steps. Hey, Marina, thank you for your feedback. Slept really well after your reading this week. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Marina.
Yeah, thank you, Marina.
It was a great session. We had good fun.
Yes. So yes, Marina had a live session with us after last week. We
Yeah.
did push a few buttons
We
with
pushed a few
Marina
of Marina's buttons.
in the live session, which she sort of resonated with. So she got a live reading, and she's done well with it, as you can see from the comments.
Oh, Sandra's asking about her back, not what's going on in the background, John.
Oh, sorry.
Which side, Sandra? Left, right, up and down? Give us a bit more information.
Yeah, we need more specific areas of the back and what the feelings feel like, basically, because whatever you tell us they feel like and where they are will start to give us more indication, and we can narrow it down to be more specific.
Okay, so Gloria's come back with, it's called CMT. It's a neurological disease with nerve and muscle wafting.
Nerve and muscle wafting.
I think it's wafting.
Yeah. Okay.
Nerves.
So nerves and muscles, basically, nerves are about an unbalanced communication. So muscles. So we're dealing with the energetic side here, and this doesn't mean there's not a physiological side.
We're not doctors.
And you do have to deal with that. But I often find, I've found for over 20 years, that if you deal with the emotional, the mental, the subconscious side of it first, the energetic side, let's say, then we intuitively go straight to the physiological stuff, like whether it's vitamins, minerals, whatever it takes. We get to them very quickly if we deal with the energy content first. So nerves is about unbalanced communication, and muscles generally is about guilt. They're the two negative emotions that are been primarily with that. So there's a lot of signal problem. There's genetics. So if it's genetic, we're dealing with deep subconscious communication problems within the family.
Some of it feels like it's not hers.
Yeah, that's what we're getting to. So because it's genetic, you've picked it up from the family. So there's going to be communication issues. There's going to be guilt issues here. There's going to be lots of both of those things. There's going to be heaps of communication problems in the family, and it could have gone back generations as well. There's going to be a lot of guilt, and it could be hidden guilt, could be deep down guilt that you're not even conscious of. So these things they're difficult to get rid of. This would require a lot more for me to pinpoint it. But just as a broad overview, there's going to be a lot of guilt and a lot of communication issues here. If we spoke to you live online, which you guys are all welcome to come on the Zoom, just click on anyone who wants to talk about it. So, because as we talk about it and we hear your words, we can pick up the subconscious blockages. We can hear you by our words. It guides us to what our blockages are, and this is our words create so much.
Sorry. Yeah. So back to Sandra. Sandra to the back, lower left, constant pain for over a week now.
Lower left. Left is generally female or spiritual issues, and lower back is about feelings, about not following your feelings, about not being creative. And because it's in the back, it's about the past. So the reason you're not following your feelings, the reason you're not being creative, it's female, spiritual. It's actually more spiritual this one. So you're not following a spiritual path. You're not doing what you're going to do because your feelings are telling you, or you're telling your feelings that you can't follow them because of past reasons. Because you haven't got enough money, or
it's messages
you're not strong enough. You don't deserve it.
Messages that you've got before, but you're getting them again, and you're judging something to maybe how you dealt with them in the past.
Yeah. So before maybe you couldn't do it. The messages, the feelings, the intuition is speaking to you. That is one of the strongest intuition areas, is the lower back, is the lower in the sacral area. And it might have been true before, but it's not necessarily true anymore. And that's your feelings are telling you probably to do something again that you had to do in the past, or that they've told you to do in the past that didn't work. But times have changed. Maybe it's time to redo these things, these feelings, follow your feelings, practices. And they're usually fun feelings. They're usually things like, relax. Go to the beach.
It's our favorite word.
Just do, your feelings might say, relax. And you go, I can't because I last time I did that, I followed my feelings too much and I lost my job, or some reason will be there from the past. And you go, and I can't follow these feelings as I did before. And that's the pain. The pain is there to tell you you're not following your feelings, and it's there, and you're not following them because of reasons in the past that might have been legitimate before, but they're not legitimate now. So maybe just start following them a little bit. Just tell yourself, just say, okay, feelings, I don't even know what you're trying to tell me. Just try this, say this right now as we're doing it. Okay, feelings, I don't know what you're trying to tell me, but I'm going to listen more and more, and I'm going to try to follow you more and more and see if the pain subsides. It should subside as you're saying that, only if you believe it though, only if it's genuine. If you say it and it's not genuine, say, look, I don't even know what you're trying to tell me to do, but I'm going to try and listen more and more. I'm going to try and do it more and more. As you do that, talk to it, talk to the body, and say, I'm going to listen to the feelings. Yes, I'm going to try and like play, or I'm going to try and have some time out, or I'm going to, whatever it's trying to tell you to do, just say, yes, I don't even know exactly what you're trying to tell me, but I'm going to listen more and more. As you say it, the pain should get less if you're on the right track and if you're genuine. So
cool. All right, moving on. Melissa Ann, been getting left-hand side neck pain, sharp pains.
Really?
This is one of our favorites.
This is one of my long-term favorites, this one.
I knew you'd like this one, John.
Yeah, this is one that's it's been a bit of a haunter. It was a haunter for me for a long time.
It was a haunter,
I should say. So left neck is about communication. It's usually about judgments as well. Left-hand side is about females, or spiritual, but this is female. This is definitely female.
Definitely female.
So it's communication problems as well as judgments. So you're either being judged by other people, or you're judging them for judging you, which is, the bounce back, which is a really good one.
Yep.
Judging them for judging you for judging them. This is going to start causing pressure on the nerves, and this is going to cause a lot of energy blockage in the throat area. So the throat is the chakras come down, and the neck is the skinniest part of where the chakras pass through the body. So you've got most of the chakras in the main torso, the others in the head. The throat chakra, which has a lot to do with communication, a lot to do with judgment and mercy. That's the narrowest part, so it's the most vulnerable part too. So we've got to work on our words, work on our communication, speak our truth, and not judge. These are massive things that cause, not judge ourselves, especially because it's on your left side. So I'm guessing it's a lot of self-judgment about not wanting to say what you need to say, probably to other females, daughter, mother, sisters, work colleagues. It'll be the people that are close to you. And you're probably judging yourself about not saying it. I need to say this. I need to tell them to back the fuck off, or whatever I need to say to them. And
it feels like it's coming down here a little bit.
It's coming into the shoulder,
into the shoulder
a little bit, which is about being flexible in what you need to do for you in the day. So you need you got to speak up. And it's not going to be, for some of them, it's not going to be pleasant.
It's
like, but don't judge that. You don't know what's right or wrong. You don't know good luck, bad luck. We don't know the whole story. Most people have heard that story a million times. If you've read even a couple of spiritual books, you would have heard the good luck, bad luck story. That one is what that's all about. It's don't judge. We don't know the whole story. Don't count your money while you're sitting at the table.
even sort of, just acknowledging and getting to a point where you're willing to talk about it. Right? It doesn't necessarily mean you will talk about it, but sometimes the resistance there is that you're not willing to talk about it.
So yes, what John's alluding to even more is just agree to say it. Just say, feel the pain in your neck, and feel the bitch that's a pain in your neck. Sorry if she's a loved one. Sorry if she's a loved one, but that's
we're not going to sugarcoat it.
And just say, okay, I'm going to work out how to say this to her. I'm going to start saying what I need to say. I'm going to communicate that. I'm not going to judge them, and I'm not going to judge me for saying it. And just say that and say, I don't know how, but I'm going to start doing it. And help me here, help me universe, help me God, whatever word you want to use. Help me to say this, help me to express, even though I can't really work out right now what it is I've got to express. I'm going to work on it more and more. And that should start to ease the pain instantly as you say that. If it's working, if it's the right question, as you say the thing and as you talk with the body, the pains, whatever they are, should start to get less straight away. So
okay, moving on. Amanda Cahill, broken knee is fine, but the ankle isn't okay. My partner passed away in February and he felt so guilty because he was driving the buggy. Am I holding onto his guilt? Need to know, she's got a broken knee, but she's okay with the broken knee, but her ankle isn't okay. I'm guessing her partner caused the accident. He felt guilty about it, and she's wondering if she's holding onto his guilt.
He passed away after the accident. Probably guilt is a massive one that everyone seems to chuck around. It's like, it's like it's the goon bag drink at the party that everyone shares. We love to share our guilt around. Everyone loves to share.
Goon bag make good pillows.
It's the worst emotion, and it's the most useless emotion. It's like it's just traps us. It's like guilt, because to be guilty, you got to be judgmental and you got to be God. So, unless you're the God, I believe we're all gods, but I don't say I'm the God. I'm just saying I am God, but I'm not the God. And so, but I don't know the whole picture. So for me to feel guilty is stupid, because I've got to judge. I've got to judge to feel guilty. So but it's a valid thing, and it will cause a lot of pain. Guilt will cause a lot of muscular pain. Guilt will make sure you can't touch more than your knees and when you're a kid. I'm testament to that one. Yeah. Holding on to guilt. What was the knee or the ankle she wasn't good with?
It was the ankle, yeah.
So the ankle, was it left or right?
She doesn't say. Is it left or right ankle, Amanda?
Yeah, so the ankle's about being flexible in your path, in your direction. And so maybe the guilt is that your partner wants you to move on and you don't want to move on. I'm guessing there'll be a lot of stuff in that, which is about ankles, really about flexibility in your direction. And if there's muscular pain, it's going to be guilt. If there's ligament pain, it's control. All these things. So these things we need to be a little bit more specific. So this is why we offer you guys, anyone out there that wants to come on Zoom live and chat with us,
jump on the Zoom.
We can often work through shitloads in minutes.
Yeah, I thought it might have been left. Maybe it's her. So she's guilty about it.
Yeah, you're feeling guilty about needing to go in your direction.
Yeah.
And you need to be more flexible about where you want to go and not feel bad about him.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, once they pass over, I've had enough near-death experiences and enough people that pass over. As soon as they pass over, they have a very different attitude than what they had here. All of the all of the limitations that they had.
Smash the solar plexus in the front.
Yeah. So all the limitations they have when they're here are gone. You know, they leave all of that shit, things like guilt and all that, and they are back to their more pure self. They still have a lot of the same qualities, but so he would want you to move on. You're feeling guilty about. And I'm not saying move on now by any means. Give yourself time to grieve.
But maybe move past the feeling that you're
that you're going to have to eventually.
Yeah.
Yes. And so do not push yourself.
Yeah.
Or I do not recommend anyone just move on without processing.
Yeah.
But part of that process is acknowledging to yourself that, hey, there'll be a time in the near future where I'm going to move on and I'm going to have to relook at my direction. I'm going to have to be a little bit flexible in that, and I'll just give myself time now. And that should start to ease. That's easing the ankle as I say that. So start to say, okay, I will be more flexible. Once I deal with this, once I've processed it, then I'll be more flexible. But these sorts of things, with all these readings, guys, and everything we're saying here, we're giving you like 3 months worth of counseling in 3 minutes. So really take all of this stuff with a little bit of a grain of salt, take the bits out of it. But if you want to go more in depth, you cannot do these types of readings this quickly.
Yeah.
And so be careful. And also, as we said, with any of the physical stuff, please see your doctors. Don't, we're dealing with the energetic side, the emotional, subconscious, and most of it is the shit that we've got from other people.
Yeah.
And judgments, guilts, all of this stuff is just, we're carrying each other in our energy field all the time.
Our intention of doing this live every week is to try to give you guys a bit of a taster for the kind of work that we can do with you to help you, so we try not to, it's as John said, it's very hard to go off one question.
Yeah.
So by all means, get in touch with us through Facebook, book us a session, and we can have a much more in-depth.
Or come on here. You got 10 minutes on here. We can rip through a fair bit in 10 minutes.
You can get a free live session in here by clicking on the Zoom link up at the top in the description, and we'll web conference you in, and you can have a chat with us.
So we pushed some buttons last week with what's her name?
Marina.
With Marina. She paid for a live reading. She wanted a private one. She paid for a live reading. She got a lot of clarity out of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Because, these little bits, these tidbits we're giving with you, can push your buttons and then you don't know how to deal with it. So these are truths, but we do need a little bit of guidance about how to deal with them and how to clear them and what words to use and stuff like that. Because a lot of it is about words. A lot of it's about feelings and intentions. So you've got your thoughts, words, and actions, your mind, body, your spirit. These three aspects need to be dealt with like one. So we've got meridian-based stuff. I've got chakras, and I analyze through a lot of these stuff, and then I use John's inner child intuition to sort of back it all up, and just let him sit there and pick holes in minds, so that we can, he can pick up all the little bits that I miss.
Yeah.
So we need a little. It is much more working with the person and getting them, so that because it's intuition It's being taught from inside, to be taught from inside, to be taught from inside.
To be taught from the inside.
So I've got to go into my inside and then try and get you to go into your inside to be taught this stuff. There's nothing outside of us can teach us.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Amanda. Much love. Thank you. You're spot on balling here, but it's lifted a massive weight. Thank you, love and light. That's awesome.
And so the knee is similar, Amanda. The knee is flexibility. And if it was broken, in the bone, if the bones were broken, there's a lot of resentment. Trust me,
Yeah.
I've had enough broken bones.
Broken bones.
But I still haven't quite released all that, obviously. So the resentment builds up, and it's not necessarily yours. It's misguided. It's been projected onto us. We've been guided to have resentment and stuff like that. It's not, don't necessarily take it on.
Here we go. Just going to jump forward to another one that's resonating with me. Alicia O'Donnell. I'm almost 3 months into recovery from 2 herniated discs, left lumbar spine, and this week the pain has started to return after it seemed to be getting better.
Okay, same thing again. You know, I've had the same. This is what started me on this path. This same thing I had. L5S1 was crushed. I had a motorbike accident. And I fell off from somewhere high up there, and it's the L5S1, that lower lumbar region, is all about the navel chakra. It's not following your feelings. It's not listening to your feelings. And usually the main reason we do it, I bet you're worrying about money at the moment. And the money tells you can't have some time off, or you can't go and do this, or you can't go and get some massage, or whatever it is that your feelings are trying to tell you to do. And you're telling yourself you can't. 9 times out of 10, the reason we tell ourselves we can't because we haven't got enough money, or we've got to go to work. It's so many times it's money related.
Yeah.
And the herniated disc, the pushing down on the disc, this is worry. This is the stomach meridian.
Yeah, it's the same disc.
Yeah. Stomach and spleen meridian, right, is all about holding things up. So the spleen is the yang and the stomach's the yin. And that's what holds things up. So anything like herniated disc, flat feet, saggy skin, drooping anything is too much thinking, overthinking, over worrying. So that's going to lose some of the energy that's going to take to hold it up. Then you're not following your feelings. You're just telling yourself, your feelings are trying to say, have a day off, or, go and play, decline that. Tell him to,
it's fine.
Is he on? Yeah, he's got to go on Zoom. So it's all about just following your feelings. So get into the feelings and go back into it and go, okay, so what are you trying to tell me? Have some time off. Oh, well, I can't because I haven't got the money. So say, okay, I'm going to try, just talk to it. So, okay, I'm going to try and follow my feelings more. I'm going to try and give me my time off. I'm going to try and give me that particular thing. I'll give it a go. So just talk to it. Again, if you come on live, we can guide you through with much better words, because we'll hear your words and we'll be able to find out which of the feelings that you're not following is. So that'll be much easier that way. This is why we offer the people to come on live on Zoom.
That's right. Yeah.
So if you want to come on live, because the feelings are very specific and they can be very simple, like, hey, I just want to have a day off, or I just want to go and play basketball, or I want to go and ride a bike.
Yeah. It radiates.
Like
she says it radiates down my whole left leg to my ankle.
Leg. Yeah, that's the sciatic pain. Sciatic pain is a nightmare. I've been in the kitchen back in the day when I had it for 5 years, and I've been in the kitchen with a carving knife going to cut the fucking nerve out.
At least she wants to go live.
And it's disturbing.
Here we go.
Yeah,
I'll get your link. Hang on.
Yeah. And so it's disturbing. The sciatic pain is really, the pain is trying to tell you, just listen to your feelings. And they can be tough feelings. If you're in a job or a relationship or something, it's telling you it's time to get out. It could be that bad. It could be, but most of the time you're telling yourself you can't do what you need to do. You can't follow your feelings because of money. I'm guaranteeing you, once it gets to sciatic pain, there's nothing that will stop us following our feelings more than money, or lack of money, I should say. Or the other one is that certain people won't like you. My husband, my wife, my mother or father, my kids, whatever it is. That will also stop it. And it's radiating down the left leg, so it's about her following her feelings. It's about her, and so she's worried about either herself or her mother or daughter or something like that. So
if you click on that link, I put in a reply to one of your comments. If you've not used Zoom before, it'll just download some software quickly, and then it'll dial you in. And when I see you join in, I'll link you up and we can have a chat.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll keep it light. We won't push it. So it's all good.
All right. So we go back up to see those. Okay, maybe this one here. Sarah Byrne, recently diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, finding it challenging as it seems deeper than anything I am conscious of.
Yeah, so a lot of anxiety. Anxiety is heart-based, basically. Anxiety is also got a lot to do with nerves. So again, we're talking about unbalanced communication, not speaking from your heart. I just got through a heart arrhythmia situation a year or so ago. I had an operation, it didn't work, I had this and that. And I'm like, come on, you know this shit. It's not speaking from your heart. You're not saying what you need to say. So your heart says, hey, there's this problem. You say it to somebody, they go, no, there's not that problem. And then you back down. And then that backing down becomes a pattern, and you keep backing down from speaking from your heart. And then you get the unbalanced communication, which is the nerves, which causes the anxiety to go worse. If you keep doing it like I did for many years and back down from your power or whatever, then you'll end up with a full-blown heart arrhythmia, which is not much fun, I'll tell you.
Which is fun to watch, but not fun to have.
Well, it's, it's very empowering when you get over it after the operation doesn't work. But, and so, so it's like, anxiety it's scary to speak from our heart, because our heart is fearless. Our heart is the masculine. Our upper three chakras that's the divine masculine, representative of. It's not the masculine, but it's representative of. The upper three chakras are representative of our divine feminine, and the lower three are of our divine child or our soul. The heart is fearless. So part of the anxiety is if I go into my heart and I listen to my heart, it's going to take me straight into everything I'm scared of, which it will do, because it's not scared. It has no fear. And so, and most of the anxiety, when you actually go into it, when you drop into it, it's the other people that you're going to say something to. It's their fear.
It's their fear.
So check on our video, are they my feels?
Yeah.
And try that when the anxiety comes in. Put your hand on your heart when the anxiety's there, go, is that mine? Is that my anxiety? And if it gets less, if you get less anxious, just go, okay, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Return to sender, piss off, I don't care. Get the fuck out of here. Whatever commands you want. But it's not mine. Get it out of here. It's like, and you can pick up the anxiety, because especially when you're coming into your heart and speaking from your heart, I get anxiety nearly every week, 1 hour before the show comes on, right? Nearly every week. And it's not mine. It's not mine. I laugh at it now. I just go, I wonder how many people are thinking about asking me questions tonight, they're shitting themselves. It's like the first 5 or 6 shows, I thought it was mine. I didn't even use my own tool. And it's like, and now it's just like, I can feel it. It's pretty much on the spot about an hour before. People are starting to think, I should ask this question or I should ask that. And I can feel their anxiety.
And John can feel
there's
it.
multiples of them, I'm going, okay, there's about 10 tonight that are scared, that they want to know, they don't want to ask, and let's go, okay, return to sender. Return, with love. It's not, don't return it out of anger, don't return it out of resentment or anything like that. It's not mine. It's not, it's not theirs. It's not true. Anxiety is fear, and fear is man-based. It's created by man, not created by God. It's not created by the universe. So that does it straight away.
So I posted a link to one of our playlists on YouTube, which has our consciousness tools. So the one that John's talking about is Are They My Feels, where we basically give you a tool that you can help you identify whether a thought, feeling, or emotion is actually yours or not. It kind of goes in key with tool number 1, which is check in with your inner guru, which we give you some basic skills on using your intuition and reading your intuition through energy. And
if it feels light, if it feels less painful, more light, less pain, then you just keep repeating it and you get rid of it very fast. So it's, these things will work instantly. If you work with them, you don't have to do the whole, like if it's a path thing, it's something to do with your legs and it's where you're going in life and you're not doing it, you just got to start talking on it and agree to go that way. You don't even have to go that way. If it's a communication problem with other people, you just say, okay, I don't know how, but I'm going to start saying this to them. And it clears straight away. The pain, the problem goes away. And then half the time you don't even have to say it. The other person will fucking ring up and tell you for themselves, which we experience quite often.
Absolutely.
So,
all right. I'm just going to go to Trisha. If you're still there, I've had a lot of trouble with my stomach. I'm tall and thin with a big belly and can't seem to get rid of it. I've had a lot of indigestion problems over the years, and I feel...
Are you lactose intolerant?
I feel my pain and hurt from a child was never sorted, and maybe I can't read it. I sorted it by not releasing it and healing it. Okay.
So, first of all, please check if you're lactose intolerant, because I just found out I was. Which, I was working through it energetically and did get through it a lot, but it made the work a lot harder. So there is, gluten and lactose things there. But the emotional content, especially the lower body, you're saying you're tall and you're thin, but you've got the big belly. This is, again, not following your feelings. And here's one that anyone can try. When you are feeling bloated, when you are feeling that way, especially in the morning, like a lot of people are, stand in the mirror and look and speak to yourself and just visualize with your eyes open, visualize yourself doing something you really like. You know, like I used to do parkour when I was younger. Parkour. I used to love doing flips off the beach, and I teach my kids to do it and land on their back, but that's a different story.
Hello, Will. I saw you doing it earlier.
Sorry, Will. I know you're on there. But you stand in the mirror and you visualize doing something that you like. If it's art, if it's anything creative, anything playful.
Do it now, Trisha.
Running on the beach, yeah, or just do it now. Just visualize yourself. Really visualize yourself. Imagine yourself. Do it with your eyes open as well. Just imagine yourself. If running was one of your things, running and skipping and jumping,
dancing,
or bouncing,
ballet, whatever
dancing,
it was.
Just visualize that and feel it, and it'll go down. It'll go down 20, 50% as you're visualizing it.
Yep.
If this is the issue, if it's the creative blockage and it's the playful, that's the soul, that's the inner child, that's the playful area of the chakras. Just visualize, like intensely visualize. See yourself, feel yourself doing it. Just really imagine. And it's not visualize. Imagine yourself.
Imagine yourself doing it.
Use your imagination.
Remember the feeling. Remember what it felt like. Remember the excitement.
Really
remember the
picture
joy.
yourself and really imagine yourself running and doing somersaults into the pool like I used to. and it goes down as you're thinking about it. It'll literally go down, and that'll tell you that you're not letting yourself play enough. You're not letting yourself let your feelings out enough. And that stems from what you're saying about the childhood and stuff like that. But in the child, because the heart will now, you're an adult now, so that child fear that you'll get in trouble for doing it, you can go and tell people to fuck off and play all I want. So,
I just tune into your inner child, and your inner child's like chucking a tantrum. It's like, she's not listening to me. She's not listening to me. She's not listening to me. Go and have some fun.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
So it's like, use your imagination, these things, and talk to yourself internally. Talk to these things. Agree to the body that you're going to go, okay, I'm going to start doing that, even though I don't know how, even though I can't read what you're saying exactly. I will start to listen to you more and more. I'll follow my feelings more and more, and you'll find these pains dissipate as you're doing it in the moment. They might not go away completely, but they will.
We have an attendee. Here we go. I'm just going to bring Alicia in now.
Okay,
Give me a second.
Hi, Alicia.
Are you there?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yep. We're just going to turn the volume up. Hold on.
Hang on a minute. Are you there? Is that better?
I am.
Yes.
There we go. I'm just going to keep the volume all the way up.
There we go. Had low volume. That's all. So how can we play tonight?
Tell us a bit about it.
Okay. Well, so it started as just pain in my glutes from deadlifting, and then it started to radiate down my leg, and it's been about 3 months.
And so side down which leg, left or right?
Left side.
Left leg,
yeah. It's the same distance.
So the deadlifting is a dead giveaway. So you're not letting go of your dead. This is a symbolic representation. Bury your dead. So it's past issues because it's in the back. It started in your glutes. So it sounds like you're pushing yourself too hard for starters. That's not following the feelings. You might have needed to push yourself with the training at first, and now it's become a habit. It's like, so anything that works well for us for training for anything needs to have some element of fun with it. But sometimes we need to push ourselves to start to get past a bad habit, and then we keep pushing ourselves, and so our healthy habit that we've started that did work for us for a little while then becomes really bad. So you're just not following your feelings. The reason it's going down your left leg is because you're not listening to your own feelings, and you're telling yourself you have to do this. And maybe it was true back then. So say to yourself, maybe I needed to push myself back then to start it, and maybe I can back off pushing myself now. And it's like, as you say that, say it to it now and see if the pain subsides a little bit, and say, okay, I'm going to follow my feelings more. I'm going to do some less of the intensive training and more of the fun training, or I'm going to start doing really, what else have you been doing, or what else do you do besides the training?
At the time I was running and I was going to the gym a lot, but now that I can't go, I miss it and I wish I could go.
Yeah. So
maybe that's maybe that's one of the areas that you can do the imagination in.
So but that's more for the bloating. But I'm trying to get to the sciatic here. The sciatic is not following your feelings, right? So an example I was so bad at one stage. I went on this father and son's football trip, and I had to use a rope on the bed to get myself upwards, because if I bent, the sciatic pain felt like I was going to crush my nerve.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
I was using a rope on the ceiling to get myself up vertical and lower myself onto the bed. And I was like that for nearly 2 days, and all the other fathers in that there were seeing it, and I was just like, the pain was just beyond anything you can imagine. And then I'm walking down to the swimming pool.
I can imagine it.
I'm like, okay, I'm over this fucking bullshit. I know this crap. I'm not following my feelings. What could I do right now in this moment? If I didn't have any pain, I just stopped. I was walking down, and I couldn't even walk with my right leg going past my left leg. I was doing like a half walk. And I said, okay, so just stop. This is bullshit. You know, I know I've fixed it like this many times before. What are my feelings telling me I want to do right now? I want it. And so for you, I'm guessing it's running, right? So forget about the weight. Just go to in the morning or whatever, the next time, just get up and say, okay, there's the pain again. What would I like to do now? Right now, I'd like to run, right? And it's probably going to be running first. And this is what I said to myself at the pool. I said, well, if I had no pain right now, all the kids were down in the pool, and I love doing backflips and somersaults into the pool. I said, right now, I would run down to the pool and I'd do somersaults into the pool. I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. You're just using a fucking rope to get up off the bed, you know? But I said, I didn't say that the pool's 100 meters away. I said, run. I said, you can't even walk at the moment. So don't worry about the backflips. Just see if you can run. Just let it go. Say, I don't know. Maybe I can. And that's the key right there. So I don't know. Maybe I can. What if I could run? And I just tried to, and I just started running, and I was like, holy shit. And I got down to the pool and I did somersaults and backflips into the pool for nearly half an hour, 40 minutes. I was like fucking like a maniac. And the fathers saw me, so they thought I was bullshitting for the whole 2 days before. And then I got out of the pool and I started to walk back up to the fathers who I didn't want to be around. And I didn't want to be near those guys because I didn't particularly like them. And bang, the sciatica came straight back. I'm like, this is freaking ridiculous. I was just doing somersaults. I was just running. I just did about 30 somersaults and backflips. And now I'm back in the sciatic pain. So you're doing things you don't want to do for starters, which will be either work or relationship or friendships or something like that. And you're not following your feelings. So
right. Okay.
It's going to take a little bit of practice, and you have to do it a couple of times to get it. But you will, if you genuinely try it, go, okay, what would I do right now if I didn't have any of this pain? What would I do right now? And probably don't do it tonight because there's not much you would do on that level. But maybe it would be. Maybe you might want to dance around the lounge room. Say, if I didn't have any pain right now.
It can be simple little things too that you're maybe thinking that you can't do because of this, you know.
And so are you limited in money? Is your job not, or the people you're hanging around not, you don't really want to do it?
Don't really want to do work like my job.
Yeah.
That's the
big one.
Like friends and the people that I work with, I love them, but the job itself,
So then tell yourself, okay, I don't know how, but I'm going to work out how to get another job.
Okay.
Right now. So I don't know how, buddy, but I'm going to work out how to get out of this job and get another one. Don't necessarily go and say I'm going to drop it straight away, but I'm going to start working on it as of this moment. I'm going to start working out how the fuck to get another job and get out of this one. And you'll find that if you do that and you believe it, and you've got to say it from truth, and then I don't know how, and if that's the thing, I'm going to start working on it. The pain will dissipate. Like not necessarily all of it, but if you're at a 9 out of 10 on pain, it'll go down to a 5 or a 4 if you say the right thing straight away. Mm. So
I love that. Okay.
and then just go, okay, feelings, I'm not sure what you're telling me, but I'm going to start listening more and more. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to try and have fun. I think I can't because I think this sciatic pain is stopping me. I mean, massage, by the way, because I had this one for like 10 years plus, massage is really one of the best things you can do on a structural level. Forget about all the other stuff, physio and everything else. Massage is the ultimate for that. Especially if you get into someone that does the acupressure massage of some sort.
I go to osteo and she does that, and she does dry needling too.
Yeah. So, but it's really the feelings. You've got to follow the feelings, and you've got to talk to the feelings. Go, okay, I'm going to work out how to get out of this motherfucking job. I love the people, but it's going to kill me.
I'm going to cut my debt away.
I'm going to not worry about the money and not say the money I can't do it because of the money. It's like I'm going to start doing that. Just start. Don't say I'm going to drop it all tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start working as of now or as of tomorrow. I'm going to start working out how to get out of this situation. I'm going to start listening to it and just help me, lead me and guide me. Talk to the soul, talk to the body.
Yeah, and don't go then pendulum all to the how-tos and get stuck up on the how-tos of it. Yeah. Right. The idea here is just to start opening up a questioning mind to the fact that okay, I'm now going to start to do what I need to do to look for another job. And just keep it with that. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to make a decision here to start looking for another job.
Show me, lead me, and guide me. Say the intuition, say to the universe, lead me and guide me. Show me how to get out of this. I'm not going to use the money as the excuse anymore.
Yeah.
But I need money. I need this and that. So just show me, give me signs, show me which way. Like let it pop up in. let every bus I drive in front of have the sign on the back of the bus. You know?
Ask for signs. Spirit will give signs.
And it's like,
That's one of my favorite things to do, so I'll definitely do it. Thank you.
yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Thanks for that.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Kev, you got to come on Zoom. So another person I know that I'm working with keeps trying to come on through the Facebook Messenger, but I told him to come on Zoom, but he's not listening. So if you're hearing that ring in the background, that's what that is.
Alrighty.
Okay, so next up we've got
back. We're gonna catch up some comments here, guys.
Catch up some comments.
All right. Where are we?
What is your opinion on?
What is your opinion on major depressive disorders?
Again, depression is like, again, it's one that I had. There's multiple. First of all, from Chinese medicine point of view, there's 5 different types of depression. So if it's a liver depression, which is the one that I had at the time, it's about not following. It's about giving up on your long-term hopes and dreams. If it's mental depression, well, that one I pretty much leave most of that to the doctors because that is a chemical one most of the time.
Yeah.
But depression in general is about not following your spirit. It's about not following your soul. It's about, and the way to do that, the basic way to do that is start getting into your heart space more and more. Put at least try and get to a stage where you've got at least half of your awareness into your heart space. So breathing deeply into the gut, putting your hand on your heart and go, okay, just come, drop down into the heart, drop down into the heart, drop down into the heart, drop down into the heart. Okay, heart, what do you want to do? Fuck, really? That's scary. Shit, I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, I'll do it, but I'm scared. You know, these
feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah. So the heart will take you to your fears because it wants to get rid of them. It's fearless, and it will take you to them. If it's liver depression, you think that you can't achieve. Like I've done this stuff on and off for 25 years now, and I got to a stage where I didn't think I was going to be doing it at the level that I wanted to do it, and that was causing the liver and gallbladder meridians. There's a liver depression. So I started going, I don't know how, but I'm going to make this my full-time occupation. It took me a while and I'm there now and that's all gone away. So there's lots of different energetic reasons for depression. So we'd have to analyze other things, talk to somebody to see, as I said, in Chinese medicine, there is at least 5 different types of depression. Mm-hmm. And mental depression is only one of them. And most people that are on here that are looking at this, most people with mental depression, you know, they're easy to pick. The other 4 depressions are a lot harder because they're much more subtle and you don't show certain signs like the sign of, you know, attitude like defeatist attitude when it's mental depression. That doesn't come out with most of the other depressions. So, but we'd have to analyze that a little bit deeper and speak to people.
Come on live.
Because you've got to see what else they got going on.
Yeah. We're based in Melbourne, Lynn. Yeah. Sorry, I just saw that there. Yeah, we're based in Melbourne.
So yeah, we've just moved to Melbourne a month ago.
Yep.
And we do our live face-to-face workshops here on a Thursday night at East Melbourne Library. We just started that.
Hello, Helen. Helen just joined. Helen's one of the ladies that's come along a few times to our sessions.
So she comes along to the library on Thursday nights. And we do live intuitive readings on Zoom.
Yes.
Paid readings. So we've still got until the end of the month. Our relocation special is 50% off our live readings if you want a private one on Zoom. So we work through for half an hour or an hour. Half an hour, half price is 75 and an hour is 150. And we can really delve into a lot of what the symbolic meanings of the pains, what the energetic, emotional, or other person content of the pains are. And if you work with it and speak with it, it can clear so much stuff so quickly. Okay,
going back to where are we?
Sorry, we're just looking through some more questions here.
Okay, I've been feeling stuck. Sorry, this is Vicky Griffins. If you're still there, I've been feeling stuck. My swollen left ankle and lower leg have been extremely swollen for over 5 years.
Oh, okay. So first of all, Vicky, really look at some cleansers for that. If it's 5 years, I will deal with the emotional, energetic content in a second. But you've really got to look legs and ankles, especially feet and things like gout and that. Is just one of the big reasons is the body's just got too much toxins. If you're drinking tap water, get the fuck off that shit. And sorry to be so blunt, but you know that just builds up, and the body has a self-preservation mechanism around the main organs, and it pushes all the excess toxins that the liver and kidney can't deal with straight down to the feet. But because it's left, I'm going to say there's a lot more energetic content. Otherwise, it'll be both sides more equally if it was more physical. So left leg is going to be a lot about yourself. The swelling. Sorry, can you?
I'm trying to find it. The comments pushed it down.
So the swelling around the ankle and that, was it, Vicky?
I'm getting there. Hang on. There we go.
Sorry, Vicky.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, been feeling stuck, swollen left ankle.
Yeah.
And lower leg being extremely swollen for
so the lower leg, you're feeling stuck. That just says it right there. So first of all, the stuck feeling, you got to check, is that mine? Yep. Maybe everyone around you, maybe all your family and friends or the whole community that you live in, everybody seems to be stuck and not moving forward. And you can be taking on all of those feelings. Family and friends, people not moving forward, people not growing. If you're not growing, you're dying. It's as simple as that. Look at nature. The trees that stop growing, they're starting to die. They might take 10 years to die, but they're dying. Yeah. So you're either growing or dying. So unless you're learning new stuff, unless you're growing, unless you're opening up, having your mind open and learning more stuff, then you're dying. So that feeling of stuck, and that's what's causing the swelling. There's all this energy around the left leg. We'd have to talk to you a bit more because it's got a lot to do with a lot of people. I'm feeling there's a lot of people involved in this.
So also had skin conditions, Leishman Planks. Pronounce that.
Skin condition, I don't know what the word is, but any skin conditions, the swelling is about, inflammation. So your left leg, because you're a female, it's going to be about you. The skin condition is feeling unworthy or inadequate to follow your path that you need to do for you. I'd say it's probably spiritual, or it's something that you need to do that the rest of your family, friends, or community don't want you to do, or you think they don't want you to do. So it's getting inflammation, it's building up, it's retaining all of that stiffness. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on there. It's massive. I can feel it. And most of that shit is not yours. I would say 90+% of it is not yours. It's all return to sender. Get rid of it.
Yep.
Ask, is that mine? Is that my feeling of stuck? Or is that everyone else around me? Is that 1 million people around me that I can feel? Is that all their stuckness? And just start saying, get out, get out, get out. You guys work it out. I do me, you do you.
Yep.
And the skin condition, stop feeling unworthy or inadequate. You feel unworthy or inadequate that you can't do it, or unworthy that why should I have fun and why should I do what I want to do when other people aren't? The reason people are not doing what they want to do is because they're choosing not to.
Yeah.
It's the only reason for everyone.
Plain and
choice.
simple.
It's you. If you live the life and you live the great life that you're supposed to, then you can be the change. You can be the example. They might not like you in the short term. First, they'll hate you, then they'll fight you, and then they'll love you and join you.
Amanda's asking if boiled tap water is okay.
No,
hell no.
Definitely not. No.
Boiled tap water is worse.
It's worse. It concentrates
the bullshit that's in the water.
The fluoride and because the steam, if you can catch all the steam off it, that's perfect.
That's perfect.
That's called what do they call that?
Like we're vaporizing.
Distilling takes everything out of it. So distilled water is good, or that's the most purest. Yeah. But you want to liven the water up too. So there's a lot. Like I've got centuries worth of stuff in water. But no, definitely not.
So what's the recommendation then?
So just get basically just get your spring water, but you want to try and make sure it's alkaline. So there's a lot more out there that are alkaline. So just check. If you're getting the Coles one of that. Yes, you can boil it, or you can make it alkaline by putting a little bit of bicarb soda in it. If funds are a bit of a problem, just get the cheap $4 spring water from Woolies or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's acid level. It's below the 7 on the pH. You want to get it up to about 8. So put a little bit of bicarb soda in it, or even sometimes just put some leaves in it. What are those leaves? The
leaves?
No, the lime.
I don't know, kaffir lime leaves?
Not the lime, the other ones. The
mint. Spit it out, John.
Mint leaves. Put some mint leaves in there and leave it for a little while. That will alkalize it.
Okay.
And just stay away from tap water. It's like don't cook in it if you can avoid it. Yep. Don't put it in your tea and coffee. It calcifies.
Turn it off with the mains at the front of your house and replace your water.
Yeah,
basically.
If you can get a really good filtration system, the one that does down to 0.01 microns, that'll take it out. But they can be quite pricey for some people. Right.
Karen Baker, question: my body is literally buckled over the skeleton. I don't in capitals. I don't let this stop me from living. I know it's past life and this life. It is to conquer my mind over body. And having you both saying your thoughts is actually uplifting. So I'm wondering if you can see what else.
So skeletal, generally saying, if your body's buckled over and it's skeletal, a lot of it's going to be bones. It's going to be resentment.
Yeah.
And you're going to have control issues, which is the ligaments.
Yep.
There's going to be a lot of those emotional issues in there. And stop saying, I know. What did you say? I know it's past life. And so start saying, it seems like it's past life. It seems like I need to do, because you're creating filters there. So say, I think it's past life. I think it's this, but I don't know. And it's like, maybe it's something else, but it seems like it's that. And what if I could let it go? What if it's other people's stuff that I'm taking on? What if I'm resenting stuff because I've been around the wrong people for too long? You know, I let a lot of resentment build up in my early life because I just stayed around trying to help people that didn't want my help. It was my fault trying to help people that didn't want help. And then, you know, my resentment built up so much that I'd have to break bones. And when the bones break, the resentment releases for a while. And then if I deal with it, I don't break the same bone again. But, you know, there's a few times I didn't. and, you know, so the body's buckled over. You're going to have a lot of chakra issues. So again, Karen, there's a lot of stuff here. We'd have to talk to you, start nailing down a few of the really core base ones first.
Yeah.
Whether it's resentment, whether it's control issues, whether it's guilt issues.
They're
going to be the three main ones that's going to buckle the body: is muscles, bones, or ligaments. And we'd have to really start to talk to you to find out which the key ones are, and just get rid of some of the commands that you've got. You know, I know we don't know anything,
and I don't let this stop me from
moving. I don't let you. Well, you don't let it stop you, and that's your willpower, and that is a positive. You're correct. I pushed through so much of my stuff, but I didn't have to. Maybe I did. Sorry, I don't know if I did. I didn't. I just did a command then. See, so it's like it seems like I didn't have to, but I did grow from it, and I did learn from it, and it did show me how strong my will is. So that, you know, I took the silver lining out of it, but maybe I didn't need to go through that.
Yeah.
So you can work through it. We'd have to really find out and talk to you and find out a bit more. And in talking to you, we listen for keywords. We listen for words that tell us what the filters are and what the emotions are. So this is why we offer for people to come on live on Zoom and have a little chat with us, because we look for these keywords and that. So, but yeah, so it'll definitely be along those along those emotional issues.
We like that.
So yeah, those the past life stuff could deal with it as well. But
your inner child's really angry. Yeah, by the way, your inner child's
that's part of the buckling over. That's what I'm getting. That's part of the body buckling over. It's like, and also you're second guessing yourself. So you'll have buckled over. You'll have, like, my spine felt like it was turned in all different directions at times because I kept listening to everyone else and not myself. You know, it's like. So I just go, fuck it. I'm just going to head that way with all my decisions. And I don't really want to upset other people, but if they get upset, I can't do nothing about that.
It's not our problem.
It's not my, it's not my intention, but I'm not going to keep guessing and doing all this other stuff too. So, yeah, but again, these ones that are affecting quite a lot of your body, are usually a lot of issues around a lot of people, but they'll all track back to some really core basic ones, whether it's guilt, whether it's resentment,
feels more like resentment. Feels more like resentment to me.
And the resentment, the resentment is because you have got a strong will. This is the problem, because we have got a strong will. We fucking nail ourselves to the cross all the time and sacrifice ourselves. You know, Jesus was only on the cross for a couple of days. He was alive for 33 years. I don't think we need to be on there. It's everyone focuses on 3 days on the cross. You know, he was 33 years old. It's like, come on, what about the rest of the 33 years?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what about all the other things he did? So yeah, get off that sacrificing yourself. It doesn't do anyone any good. It's just,
Stop being a martyr.
You're not being changed. Yeah, martyrdom doesn't do it. Comes from good intention. Comes from, shows you how powerful you are, but it's just a bad way to display it. So, and again, these guys just really want to reiterate here. We're doing a whole examination of a lifetime of shit in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So, be careful, because this stuff can piss you off, because it's going to hit some key points, but it can, without explaining it further and without getting a little bit more into it, we're going to go and mess your baggage up, and then you're going to get pissed off, and then you're going to have to come and pay for reading for us to fix it back up. But it's like it shows you that this is 90% of the problem for most of the people. It's like when we don't deal with the emotional, the mental, the other people content of the energy side of things.
Yes.
And if you deal with that, 9 times out of 10, if there is any physiological stuff left, whether it's vitamins, whether it's body work, whatever, as soon as you fix the energetic or emotional content or the other people content, you just straight away, you'll go and pick the right vitamin up, or you'll just go straight and get the best massage, or whatever the other physical part is. As soon as you deal with the energy content, it just, the physical part, if it's needed, will fall straight into your lap.
Yep. And what we found so far is, a good amount of people have had the 1 hour session. you know, and the 1 hour session has been enough to really unlock a lot of key issues for them, you know, and we've had such amazing feedback and amazing reviews.
And so, Karen, because you are so strong-willed, again, all you guys on here, nearly you're in a guru, and are they my feels? Because check with it. When you're feeling buckled over, feel the feeling, whatever it is, Karen, and say, you know, if it's like, oh, anger or pissed offness or whatever, so fucking pissed off. It's like, okay, feel the pissed off and go, is that my pissed off? And if it gets a little bit less pissed off, go, oh, that's not mine. Piss that off. Oh, is that? And then go. It won't necessarily all disappear. But if it's a 9 out of 10 and you go, is that my pissed offness? It's a 9 out of 10. Oh, I'll drop down to an 8 out of 10. Okay, it's not mine. Return to sender or fuck off or do whatever. And then do it again. Is that, oh, there's still more pissed offness there. Is that my pissed offness? No, it's not. Okay, it got less. Okay, it's now at 6. Okay, piss off. Okay, get rid of that. Because carrying it, we do it subconsciously and we do it symbolically as kids. We try and take shit off people thinking it's going to help them, but it doesn't. We're just duplicating it. And they're pissed off and now we're pissed off. So the world's got twice as much pissed offness as it had just before. So we're actually doing a detriment by doing that. We're doing a detriment to the world because we're increasing the amount of pissed offness.
Indeed.
So yeah, guys, we're just about come to.
I think
an
we're just
end.
about done. Yeah.
So we'll wrap it up as we go. So what's that?
Jamie saying, "Oh my God, I'm a teacher and I'm picking up my kids stuff all day long."
Yeah,
absolutely.
You are, but also be careful because your kids are picking up all the shit from their parents and their people around them. Yeah. So this is how it goes down. It's fucking like a hot potato, and everyone passes it on, and everyone's got burning hands.
The kids could likely come in. They've picked up stuff from their parents because they're trying to take it off their parents to make their parents feel better. Yeah. They come in a class, and then you've probably seen that, and you're picking it up from them, and you're trying to help them.
Everyone's trying to take it off each other subconsciously. You don't do this.
It's fucked
up.
You
can't take it off. All you do is duplicating it. So now everyone's fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
And it's like, so what you do is you hold the space.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, yeah, I can see you're pissed off. Maybe it's not yours. Maybe return to sender. And you can say this in your head to them.
Yeah.
Return to sender. Is that yours? Who does that belong to? Get rid of that. Who does that belong to? Get rid of that.
Yeah.
Are you really worried? How can you be worried? You don't give a shit. Right now, there's nothing to be scared of. Unless there's a fucking lion running in the door, there's nothing to be scared of.
And the good thing about kids is there's very little resistance.
Yeah, the kids will do it like
the kids will just do it like that. So you just get them to say, "Is that your feeling?" They just go, "No." Like, okay,
autistic
send
kids
send it away.
Autistic kids and ADD, this is their major problem. You know, I've worked with so many of them, and you just go, "Is that yours? Who does that belong to?" Return to sender. Return to sender. And use hand motions with them.
Yeah.
Go, is that yours? No, get rid of that. Is that yours? No, get rid of that. And repeat it over and over, 5-10 times. And it'll disappear in front of your eyes. And everyone will go, what the fuck? So,
yeah. All right, guys.
Okay, guys. Well, we'll wrap it up there. Check our links. If you want a reading, we've got 50% off for the rest of the month. Come and give us a personal message.
Sessions.
If you want to go a bit deeper into it and clear stuff really quickly, it's a great possibility.
Half an hour, 1 hour sessions. Get on with it. Come and have a chat with us. We can change your life.
Okay. No, we can't. You can change your life.
You can change your life.
We can guide you to it. Okay. Thanks,
All right, guys. Catch you later.
God bless.
Bye.